Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain about pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor and functional pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor. 8085 microprocessor has 40 pin IC. It is made up of dual inline package with NMOS technology. It consists of 6200 transistor. It consists of 6200 transistor. First, we can see about there are 40 pins in 8085 microprocessor. Left hand side 1 to 20 pins and right hand side 21 to 40 pins. So there are various types of pins available. One is called as unidirectional, another one is called as bidirectional. So if you take the pin number 1, it is called as unidirectional. What is meant by unidirectional means the first pin from the peripheral device, the signal will be come to the microprocessor. That is called as unidirectional. If you see the pin number 5, from microprocessor, the signal is transferred to peripheral device. So that is called as unidirectional. If you see the pin number 12 to 19, it is called as bidirectional. What is mean by bidirectional? So here the signal is transferred from peripheral device to microprocessor and microprocessor to peripheral device. So there are two types of lines are available. Here we can see the pin number 7. This is called as a single line. If you see the pin number 12, 13, 14, 15, so this is called as group of lines. So that is called as bus. Bus is nothing but group of lines combined together to transfer the signal from one place to another place or one device to another. That is called as bus. These are called as single lines. Pin number 1 to 11, that is called as single line. 12 to 9 and 21 to 28, that is called as bus. Now we can see the function of each pins. Before going to the function of each pins, I will explain what is meant by functional pin diagram. So there are 40 pins in microprocessor. These 40 pins is classified into 6 functions. So one is called as control and status signal. Another one is called as address bus. Another function is called as address and data bus. Another function is called as power supply and clock signal. Another function is called as serial I/O signal, external signal acknowledgement, external initiated signals. So these are the various functions of functional pin diagram. What is meant by function means each these 6 pins, for example, pin number 31, pin number 11 and 36, it is used for only one type of function, that is called as acknowledgement function. Next, pin number 4 and 5, it is used only for the communication, serial communication. In the top 1 to 40, 20. So these 4 pins, it is used for clock signal and power supply. And pin number 12 to 90, 21 to 28, it is used for address bus and data bus. And 31, 32, 34, 33, 29 and 30, it is used for control and status signal. What is meant by control and status signal means it is used for controlling purpose. Next, it is used to know the status of the microprocessor. And Another function is called as external initiated signals. This is used to communicate with the peripheral device. So these are the various functions of pin diagram. So already I told address bus and data bus, it is one function. Control signal and status signal, it is another function. Power supply and frequency is another function. Externally initiated signal, another function. External acknowledgement signal, another function. Serial input and output signals, this is another function. Totally there are 6 functions are there. Next we can see the pin diagram of 8085. First one is address bus. There are 16 address bus are available. So that is divided into 2 halves. One is called as upper half, another one is called as lower half. So upper half is A8 to A15. These 8 lines, it is used only for address purpose. Totally 16 lines are there. So the upper half, it is used for only transfer the address signal. Next, AD0 to AD7. So these 8 lines we can use as an address bus or we can use as a data bus. This bus or this group of lines, it is used as an address bus and data bus. So there are 3 clock signals are there, that is called as T1, T2 and T3. It is called as T1 state, T2 state and T3 state. In T1 state, these 8 lines, it will act as an address lines, and T2 and T3, it will act as an data lines. So in T1 states, it will act as an unidirectional address line, and in T2 and T3 state, it will act as an bidirectional data line. What is meant by address latch enable? So previously we have seen address AD0 to AD7. This pin is called as multiplex address and data bus. So when the ALE signal is high, that pin will act as an address bus. When the ALE pin is low, that pin will act as an data lines. From low to high, that pin will act as an address lines. From high to low, that 8 pins will act as an data lines. Next one is status signal. So there are 2 signals are there. IO means input output. M means memory. Suppose I want to transfer data to memory, means the particular pin, if there is 0 means memory will be selected. That is, here it is called M bar. M bar means when you give a low signal, memory is activated. If you give high signal, input or output waves will activated. Next, status signal, there are 4 status signals are there, that is called as S0, S1. 0 means no, 0 means no operation. When S0 is 0 and S1 is 0, no operation. When S0 is 0, S1 is 1 means it is called as read operation. When S0 is 1 and S1 is 0, that is called as write operation. When both are 1, it is called as fetch operation. So by this, we can know the status of the microprocessor. So whether it is doing the fetch operation, write operation, read operation or no operation. What is meant by RD? RD means read. If you give a low signal, it will do the read operation. WR means it is called as write operation. What is meant by write means from microprocessor, the data is stored in the memory. There are 2 types of operation is there. One is called as read operation, another one is write operation. If you give an active low signal, to the pin of pin. If you give an active low signal, so the read operation will be enabled. If you give an active low signal, write operation will enable. So what is meant by read means it will read the data from the memory, or otherwise it will read the data from the input device. What is by write operation means it will write the data in the memory, or it will write the data in the output device. So you have to see what type of operation you are going to perform. If I want to read a data from the memory, so you have to give a low signal in the read pin. If you want to write a data in the memory, I got to give a low signal in the write pin. Next is ready pin, hold pin, and HLDA, hold acknowledgement. First, we can see about what is meant by ready pin. There are various types of input and output devices are available. For example, LCD device, it is one output device. ADC is one input device. Suppose I am going to transfer some data to LCD. So first it will check whether the LCD is ready to receive the data. If it is not ready, if you send any data, the data will get lost. So the microprocessor, it will check whether the ready pin is high or not. If the ready pin is high, the microprocessor will understand that the LCD is ready to receive the data. Once it is ready, after that only the microprocessor, it will send the data to LCD. Next one is hold. So in this example, I have taken ADC and LCD. Suppose first the address bus and data bus is free. So now the ADC is requesting to use the address bus and data bus. So the microprocessor, what it will do means it will check whether the address bus and data bus are free. So now it is free. It will give the acknowledgement to the ADC. So the ADC can use the address bus and data bus. So now at the same time, the LCD is giving another one request to use the address bus and data bus. But microprocessor, it is already allocated to the ADC. The address bus and data bus is allocated to ADC. So it will not give any acknowledgement to the LCD. After completing the process, ADC process, so the address bus and data bus is free. After that, it will give one acknowledgement to the LCD. So hold means the peripheral device, it will give request to the microprocessor to access the address bus and data bus. If the address bus and data bus is free, the microprocessor, it will give an acknowledgement to the peripheral device. Next one is interrupt. So interrupt is nothing but it is a signal given to the microprocessor to perform a task. Interrupt is a signal given to the microprocessor to perform a task. There are 5 types of interrupt is available. First one is called as INTR, RST 7.5, 6.5, 7.5, trap. There are 5 types of interrupt is available. So in that, so trap is called as non-maskable interrupt, and remaining 4 are maskable interrupt. What is meant by maskable and non-maskable? So non-maskable means we cannot disable that particular interrupt. Maskable means we can disable the interrupt. Next, INTA means it is called as an acknowledgement, interrupt acknowledgement signal. So there are 6 pins are there in interrupt. So first 5 pins. So the signal is given from the peripheral device to microprocessor. INTA is acknowledgement from microprocessor to peripheral device. So the priority of these interrupts are trap is the highest priority, then INTR is the lowest priority. Reset in and reset out. So reset in. If you give a low signal in the reset pin, the microprocessor will get reset. If you give a low signal in the particular pin, so the microprocessor will get reset. Now, reset out means the devices connected to the microprocessor will get reset. Reset in means the microprocessor will get reset. Reset out means the peripheral device connected to the microprocessor will get reset. S1, S2. S1, S2 is called as oscillator. There are two oscillators are connected to the connector to S1 and S2. It is used to generate clock signal. Clock signal, it is a square pulse. It has on time and off time. It is generated by the 8085 microprocessor, and it is given to all the peripheral device. Next one is serial input data and serial output data. What is my serial input data means? Serial input data. From input device, the information is transferred to the microprocessor. So the data transfer takes place by bit. Serial output data means, so data from the microprocessor is transferred to the output device by bit by bit. Operating voltage, you are giving 5 volt to the microprocessor. VSS means ground pin. So this all about the pin explanation of 8085 pin diagram as well as 8085 signals.